What's up, fellas? Late night chilling. It always dawns on me that it's kind of hard to picture why some people always want to feel like they're entitled to something. It doesn't matter who or what you are, or what situation you're in. You always feel like you're entitled to service. And a lot of this kind of sparked off on the fact of C Nanners put a video out talking about he was going to Seattle. And it kind of did dawn on me that, like, I started thinking about when I used to go to high school. I think I said this before. I had an acne problem going in high school. I also didn't dress as snazzy. I also had problems fitting in with people. I actually was diagnosed with social phobia in high school. Well, mental health and all that. I had to see counselors and stuff like that. And on the flip side of all that, I still tried to make myself feel good in the mirror every morning before going to school. Because if I didn't feel like I was somewhat appeasing, I would be very depressed. And I know going through your teenage years is some of the hardest stuff there is, because you're actually dealing with your emotions, your body's changing, and all this, and you don't really know who you are, but at the same time you kind of feel you know who you are, because it's the same development stage where you start making the life decisions on what you're going to be in life and all that. And there's a lot of things in my life that I would do differently now. And I was there thinking about some of the most embarrassing stuff that I wish I could go back and change. And I was going to share a couple of them with you. One of my first jobs I ever had was Domino's Pizza. And one of the people that worked out there at Domino's Pizza, I'm not going to say her name, but let's give them a different name. Let's call her name was Susie. Well, Susie was friends with another girl that I had a crush on all through high school. And let's say her name was Beth. Well, Beth used to be friends with one of my friends. He's actually the dungeon master of my game, but she had moved on. She was with a different boyfriend now. And one night, they pretty much broke up. They actually broke up in store. So I ended up calling Beth and let her know that, that I'd really enjoy taking her out. So this was a dumb move on my part. She pretty much never called me back or whatever, and I felt bad about it the entire time. I felt like it was a pig-headed move. It was just something dumb. It's because of me following what I wanted in my gut feeling instead of what was in my head, and that's not always a bad thing. But later, Susie questioned me on how I got her number. And how I got her number was I seen it in her phone while she was instead of working, because I was one of the daytime drivers, and I had to open with Susie, and we pretty much sat there and bullshitted a lot, and, went through each other's phones, and that's how I ended up getting the number. And I feel bad about this even to this day. Actually, I've never sold the story before, other than this day. Have you guys ever done something really, really stupid like that? Just something you're not really proud of? What are some of the things you ever did you wouldn't really admit that you can kind of admit now based off the ambiguity of the internet? I'd be really interested to know, because I don't want to feel like I'm the only one alone here. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of motherfucker out there. Yeah, fat bitch, you the only one alone here. We all here perfect. Not perfect, dudes. But as always, if you could, hit your boy up with a like. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. And peace. And what do we say? Peace and sewer grease? No. I don't know. Peace and chicken grease, I think is what we used to call. See you guys. Audi 5000. That's Audi 5000.